Hi, my name is Chase Gidding, and this is my tribute speech. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die. A quote by Babe Ruth, a Hall of Fame Major League Baseball player, is vividly brought to life in a story of one particular man everyone in baseball world knows. I would like to share with you someone who has greatly made an influence on the color barrier, the Dark Destroyer, Jackie Robinson. Jackie is a flawless and impeccable man who is resilient, patient, and dedicated to all of his dealings with others. However, in keeping with his authenticity, he tends to be the bigger person. It is because of his examples that I can carefully consider the choices I make as a person, knowing I can dramatically affect the lives of others through my character. Jackie's traits of sacrificing his energy and life for others was quite resilient. He was trying to gain respect for himself and, most important, for every colored person. I have read a passage that shows just how resilient Jackie Robinson was growing up. When he was a young man from 1942 to 1944, Robinson served as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. When he was in boot camp at Fort Hood, Texas, a quote that Ryan Ross said in a passage I read was, "Jackie was arrested and court-martialed in 1944 because he refused to give up his seat and move to the back of a segregated bus." Robinson was excellently reputation combined with the efforts of friends from the NAACP and various black newspapers shed public light on the injustice, and he was immediately acquitted of all of the charges and received an honorable discharge. His courage and moral objections to segregation were precursors to the impact Jackie would have in Major League Baseball. However, often positive traits manifest themselves in negative fashions, as was the case with Jackie Robinson. His resilience and being himself led to more opportunities. The biggest opportunity and probably the greatest blessing he has ever received were getting the chance to play for the Brooklyn Dodgers. The Dodgers president knew he needed a change in the organization. People used to call them the Bums because of the struggle to win games. President Branch Rickey wanted to go in the direction of signing an African American player to help them. He knew there was better players in the Negro Leagues that could start on his team. But he couldn't just choose anyone. Branch Rickey did months of research on the Negro League players. He passed up quality players for just the right player. Jackie had the talent and the right mindset to break the color barrier. Rickey knew he needed someone with great character and even better resilience to not fight back. Now remember, at this time, baseball was segregated. He thought Jackie Robinson had a phenomenal character to help integrate Major League Baseball. Rickey knew there would be difficult times ahead for the young athlete, and so made Robinson promise to not fight back when confronted with racism. From the beginning of his career with the Dodgers, Robinson was tested. Jackie had a tough road ahead of him. Teammates and fans, and just people in general, jeered and threatened him and his family. During my research on Jackie, Ryan Ross stated that despite the racial abuse, especially at away games, Robinson had an outstanding career in the minor career and the start with the minor league team of the Dodgers. He led the International League with a 3.49 batting average and a 9.8 fielding percentage. Jackie Robinson got his beloved chance and moved up to play in the highest level of baseball. His first game was on April 15, 1947, making history as the first black athlete to play Major League Baseball in the 21st century. Making it to the league didn't mean that the harassment stopped by any means. The most notable was the Philadelphia Phillies and their manager Ben Chapman. During an infamous game, Ben Chapman and his team shouted derogative terms at Robinson from their dugout. Many players on the opposing team threatened not to play against the Dodgers. Today we have looked at someone who has influenced the world greatly through his character and his life choices, the Dark Destroyer, Jackie Robinson. We have seen that he was very dedicated in equality with resilience. He looked like a villain to some back then, but now will always be remembered as a legend. The impact of living through the consequences of Jackie's decisions breaking the color barrier taught me to consider that the color of your skin is not to depiction of your character. To the quote of Babe Ruth's, "Heroes get remembered, but legends never die," I would like to add that anyone can be a hero, but it takes great sacrifice and pain to build a legacy.